Hello, Candice Oneida here. Welcome to Feminine Success Secrets. And today I am actually reporting from Palm Springs. I am at a conference in Palm Springs. And I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about burnout versus being in your feminine power. Now, burnout is something that I have an intimate relationship with, unfortunately. By my early 40s, I had royally burnt out after having been a corporate woman in Australia and then having been become an entrepreneur for the last 20-something years, running 5 successful companies in that time. So I did all of that from my masculine power, right? You've heard me say that before. And so I burnt out. I really burnt out. And I think the thing is that often there's this huge misunderstanding, misperception, society-wide about what feminine is and means. I mean, when women come to me, they often say, well, you know, isn't being feminine being weak and vulnerable and dependent and not as smart, not as capable? Oh, wow. They're kind of speaking the voice of what I think people believe about the feminine or feminine values, right? The truth is, the feminine is the thing that links you to life force. It is the thing that literally links you to your power source, your plug into your outlet, right? So as women, when we aren't plugged in to our power source, to our outlet, which, by the way, is being plugged into your sexual energy, your sexual power source, right? So sexual energy is not just about sex. It's about the energetic foundations of what creates things. It's literally life force. And so feminine power is essential to life. And also just feminine power experientially, it's like experiencing power and success differently than we experience it when we're in our masculine, right? It feels different in our body. And so what I did when I had created all those successful companies and I'd been a corporate woman, etc., is I had created those things from my masculine side and I had become very successful, but I burnt out. It was a bit like, I remember a client saying to me recently, it's a bit like being a paper plane that's being burnt whilst it's flying and it's eventually gonna just burn out, right? You can't escape the flames for that long. And so if you want to avoid burnout, you have to learn about feminine values and feminine power. So distinction there, feminine values and feminine power, okay? Because feminine power, if you don't talk about the embodiment piece, if you don't understand how to actually get plugged back into your power source as a woman, to get back in relationship to your body, to your sexual energy, then it's just going to be learning different ways of communication and different ways of doing marketing and sales, and that's all great, and it's an essential part of the relearning of how to be in your feminine, but it's not the only piece. And when you actually experientially get plugged back into your feminine power, it is then that you will realize that, whoa, this is a different feeling in my body and it feels really good. It feels really good to be plugged back into your feminine power. So that's all for this week. I just want to talk a bit about burnout and how the way out of burnout is to get into your feminine power, right? And when we get into our feminine power, you will feel powerfully feminine and powerful. So that's all for this week. If you haven't subscribed to my channel. I'd love you to leave a comment below. And when you have the courage to go out there and shine, you give others permission to do the same. So let's go out there and shine this week.